Hello and welcome. My name is Dwayne Huff, founder and creator of Band Leadership Seminars and Band Leadership Online. And in this video, I want to share with you what you can expect this year starting right now from Band Leadership Seminars. Now, if you've been with me for a while, we're going on the 6th year. So I just want to say thank you for your support. The last couple of years have been absolutely amazing between the live seminars and the Band Leadership Online course, which I've been getting great feedback. But I want to take it to a place it has not been taken before by me or any of my contemporaries out there, because I want to give you guys, your students and you and your band programs, as much as I possibly can, whether we ever work together or not, absolutely free of charge. Now, my live seminars will go on this year, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, and so will the Band Leadership Online course, so that's always there for you to take advantage of. But what you're going to see starting right now, and as the marching season gets closer and closer and closer, we'll ramp this up, is you're going to get a whole lot of value, a whole lot of training, and a whole lot of videos coming at you, again, to serve you, your program, and your students. And I kind of want to outline what you can come to expect this year in 2018. Now, from time to time, I get inquiries from band directors and students alike that say, Dwayne, you know, between March, roughly, and August, right when band season kicks off, you're full throttle. We see you all the time. You're sending out videos, you're sending out emails, but come marching band season, you disappear off the face of the planet. And I'll be honest, I do, because I back out to let you guys apply the things that you've learned. And I'm always there. I have tremendous conversations with band directors and students. If you go to my YouTube channel, you see there's comments, there's questions. And I created another resource called Band Leadership Inner Circle, which is a private Facebook group, and I'll talk about that. And so I created that to serve band directors. And so without further ado, let me jump in here and tell you what's going to happen this year. But the reason that you kind of see me disappear is because, again, I get out of the way and let you guys do what you do, but I'm always there to answer questions via email, via phone call, YouTube, whatever the case might be. But I sit back and watch, and I've got other business interests that I have to pursue in that time, about the times you guys get into band leadership. But you're never left alone. You always have my resources on YouTube, on my Facebook fan page, and many times when band directors reach out to me, I will actually create footage and video or some form of training to serve you guys. So I never ban you, never leave you. I just kind of disappear out of the limelight, start marching band season so you guys can do what you do. But this is the beginning of a new year, and this is the best time to be training and developing your leaders. So let me share with you what I'm going to do to serve you guys, okay? So first and foremost, I'm going to be answering questions that I've gotten from leaders live when I've done the live events throughout the years. I've got a list of them that I haven't fully got to, so I'm going to be shooting video that you can share with your students or use to develop your students, because I know some of you right now are already starting to do that. So I'm going to answer leader questions. So what I would invite you and encourage you to do, again, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Band Leadership, or you can link to it from my website, bandleadershipseminars.com. Now, if you found me on Google or if you found me through a search, you may have landed on bandleadership.net. And it still has great information on it, but that is for a lack of a better term, that's an abandoned site, and I don't want to get into the reason why, but the software that I was using, it's hard to go back in, and I don't want to mess anything up because it's doing good with people being able to find me. But if you share me and tell others about me, it's Band Leadership Seminars, bandleadershipseminars.com, if I didn't say that correctly. But I'm going to be answering leader questions, so I invite you to either submit your leaders' questions to me via email or ask them to go on my YouTube channel, subscribe, and leave a comment below one of the videos with a question. I respond to all of them. There's still one that I haven't responded to that I need to go back and answer, but I'll do that in video format. Second thing is I'm going to be answering your questions as band directors. Now, here's what I'm going to invite you to do, and there'll be a link somewhere on the page to do this. Please run over to Facebook or link to it right here and find the private group Band Leadership Inner Circle. I created this last year around the beginning of marching band season, and if you're watching this in that group, you're thinking, yeah, Dwayne, you created this, you asked us all these questions, and then you did nothing. That's because I wanted you guys to tell me what you needed, what you wanted, what you expected, what would serve you, what would help you, what your pain points are as far as leaders are concerned, so that I can do this right now. So I did set it up for you guys, and it's not for just for me to share stuff with. I want you to be able to come to that community and network with each other. Ask me questions. I'll pose questions. I won't have all the answers. You guys are frontline in the field doing your thing as band directors. I've never been a band director, but I want to commit. I wanted to create a community, and there's over 140 people already in that community. So I invite you to go to the link and request. Whenever you request, there'll be a few questions I ask because I want to be able to serve you. And then feel free to invite other band directors in, because again, I'm going to be going live and I'm going to be doing videos like this to answer your questions and to serve you. Now, I had the suggestion from a band director to go live on Mondays at 7:45 in the morning, and I still haven't found my way to do that, so maybe that's something else I will start. But I want to hear from you, and I want to connect with you, and I want to serve you and let you network with your peers, because as they say, a rising tide raises all ships. Next thing we're going to do, well, I just covered that one. Go to the Band Leadership Inner Circle and join the private group. YouTube.com/band leadership is the channel. Please subscribe, please share it, and ask your students to subscribe, because I'm serving you and them in that format. Facebook page, if you go to Facebook.com/band leadership. That's the band leadership page. There's over 2,500 people who have liked that page, and I'm very honored. But let's spread the message. Let's spread the word, and I will post content that serves band students in that space and encourage them to get involved and talk about it, right? And ask questions. That's another resource where they can ask questions. More importantly, I'm going to try to do it once a week, but I'll be honest with you, it'll probably be more than once a week that I go live, answer questions, teach, suggest things that can work to develop your leaders, to serve you and them. But we'll talk about things that will help your new leaders, your returning leaders. And if you have students in your band who aren't quite ready for leadership, but you've got your eye on them and you'd like to groom them, make sure that you plug them into these resources. I've never done this before. I've never taught the amount that I'm going to teach and share, the depth of information, and I will hold nothing back, because like I said, if it won't align for us to work together through the online program, sorry, drew a blank there, or the live event, no worries, you'll still be served by the content. I kind of compare it to, think about your favorite band, your favorite group, your favorite orchestra, your favorite ensemble to listen to. You know, you listen and you listen and you listen, but when the opportunity arises and you have the means to do so, you'd go to their concert if they came to town, or if they were doing something in your town, and it works the same way. I'm here to serve regardless, right? And I'm going to do it better this year than I've done it, or any of my contemporaries, like I said earlier, have done it before. That's my promise to you. Watch this. Next, we're going to talk about building trust, building team, building community, and building culture. I'm taking this stuff that we're talking about right here. When I launched the Band Leadership Inner Circle private Facebook group, every time somebody came into that group, they were asked 3 questions, actually 4, about their band, what they wanted, what they needed, what they expected, what their biggest pain points were, what challenges they were facing with their leader, what would they like to know more about. And I've got a big list, and we're going to go down that list. For those of you who have answered those questions, you have been heard and you will be served. But everything we're talking about here has come straight from you, the band director, or your peers. So this is going to be relevant, real-time, practical stuff you can use, right? I mean, game on. So make sure you're plugged in, right? So next thing is, we're going to talk about leadership from a servant leadership perspective. That's what I've always been about. That's what Dr. Tim taught me whenever I was a freshman and sophomore in high school, and it's what I've built my career and my life around, with that philosophy and that belief in my heart. And I'm going to share my perspective on it, and some ways that they can apply it now, understand it, get involved in it in a way that's going to serve them. What we're talking about, as you well know, you guys don't just teach band, you teach life. And you're constantly breathing life and speaking life into your kids. That breathing thing was probably a little too much, but you know what I'm saying. You're speaking life into your kids. You're speaking into their life. And I want to give you stuff that will do that as well, not just in the context of band but throughout life, right? And so we're not just gonna, here's how it works in band, we're gonna go big, right? So initiative, role model, how to be a role model, how to take initiative, and all the other minutiae and things that are so important to help them serve you best in their band program, how to get along with their peers, how to set the example and take that initiative that we're talking about. And then we're going to give concrete leadership skills. I had a band director say, Dwayne, you know, you came in and you did a program for us and it was wonderful, it was great, but man, I want my students to have more concrete leadership skills. And so I'm going to answer that call. By the way, you know who you are, who said that. And I told you, if you were not in the event the whole time, you were going to miss something, right? And I'm not just calling that person out, I'm calling it out. Guys, when you get the opportunity for me or one of my other contemporaries to be in that room, don't go check out in your office and sit down, or don't think it applies to you. What you experience with your kids in those moments, what you experience with your students when you share these videos with them and ask them questions, bonds you to them. And I'm not just talking about developing leaders, I'm talking about building trust, building community, building team with you, the band director, at the center of it. So I don't ever want to hear a band director tell me, Dwayne, you didn't deliver concrete leadership skills. Pay attention, be in the room. I'm off my soapbox. All right, concrete leadership skills such as a section leader or a member of the section is not coming to rehearsals. How do they handle that? We're going to talk about that. Making connections. How do I get and teach my my leaders how to go and make a connection with someone that they have not met so they can establish relationship so that they can build trust, team, community, and culture in the band. But it starts with an initial reach out. They're scared to death. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to interact. I know on my YouTube channel, there's a video, I'll revisit it, but there's a YouTube video where I talk about how to do an activity where they're forced to go around and create pictures of what they love about band, who they are as a person, and they have to interact and talk with each other. And I teach them how to have that conversation even if they're scared to death. So it's on my YouTube channel, go look that up, but I'll also revisit it as we do this. And then last but not least, if you're so inclined to work with me live this year, I only can do 20 this year. Last year I did 15, this year I'm bumping it up to 20. But I don't know if you know about the rest of my story, but the rest of my brand is I have a training company where I do corporate training, and I just launched a consulting brand where I do business consulting for small, medium, and large size companies. But I typically reserve between March and August, even last year September, for you guys. So you take priority between March and September, but I only can do 20 because last year I was on the road way too much and I miss my family. And I love you guys and I want to serve you guys, but I'm only doing 20 and I'm cutting it off. I mean, I was gone between July 1st, got on the road, and then went through August 5th, I want to say. I ended up in Texas. I was on the road the entire time, and it was the first time I'd ever done that hard of a run. And I'll do it again, but I'd prefer to space it out. My point here is that if you're even thinking about doing a live event with me, reach out to me. And if you have I did the Oklahoma Bandmasters Association. I did the Kansas Bandmasters Association last year. I'm doing the Oklahoma Bandmasters Association, which is it's either June or July, I forget, but it's on the books already, so that's already taking up some of it, so do not wait. And I'm not going to, any bones about the fees. If you want me there at your school for just your school, it's $2,500 all inclusive. That covers everything. And if you're on the West Coast, it's $3,000 because of the distance I have to travel and the additional expenses. And if you're in the Northeast, it's also $3,000. Now, if you want me for a multi-school event, no matter where you are in the country, and that can be 2 bands, 3 bands, 5 bands, 6 bands, whatever you want to do, that is $37.50, and you can invite as many as you want, and you just divvy up the cost. So $3,000 I'm sorry, 2,500, 3,000 if you're in one of those places that I talked about, and if you want a multi-school event, it's $3,750, which whenever you break it out amongst 3 bands is very affordable, 4, 5, and 6, whatever you want to do. So without further ado, jump in and make a request, go to my website or reach out to me, and don't wait, don't hesitate, because that is going to fill up quick. So stay tuned. Go to the link, join the private Facebook group, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and stay tuned. Make sure you're on my email list on my website. You can find a place to put it in. And this year, you will simply get a message from me every time I put out content, and that is it. So I look forward to serving you. I want to hear your questions, suggestions, and answers, and please get involved in the community so we can create a community where you as band directors serve each other. And I will facilitate conversation and ask you guys to participate and join in. Look forward to serving you in 2018. I'm back full force. I'm going to be sharing and serving, so stay tuned, and let's make this the best marching band season ever. Even though it's a little ways off, it'll be here before you know it. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon.